12 auction showboat docks October 22nd and will unload a variety of valuable merchandise from its deck. Whether it's that exotic plant you've been searching for, a unique gift for a special person, or perhaps a beautiful painting for your home, you're sure to find it during our 10 days of excitement and fun during the showboat auction. It's the Action Auction, October 22nd through the 31st. This is WIS-TV, New Orleans. The following program is made possible by a grant from Pan American Life Insurance Company. It's Varsity Quiz Bowl, and today, Tom Becknell, Glenn Knott, Monica Summers, and Joseph Soignier from Thibodaux High School will meet in a battle of quick recall. David Fernandez, Sean Dow, Tim Burke, and Douglas Ferry from Chalmette High School. The alternate from Thibodaux is Felicia Knight, and the coach, John Robichaud. And the alternate from Chalmette is Philip Marino, and the coach, Doris Voce. And now, here's our moderator, Mel Levitt.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Welcome once again to Varsity Quiz Bowl. This is game 11 of our first round. We have 64 teams entered in the tournament competition this year, and the two will get started in just a moment. First off, however, I'd like to introduce our judge, Ann Akers. Dr. Ann Akers. Our scorer is Phyllis Hartley. Phyllis is the Associate Director of Records at the University of New Orleans, and our recognizer for today's match is Terry Utterback, a recent Loyola graduate and production assistant here at Channel 12. Okay, teams, if you're ready, here we go. This is a face-off. We're leading up to a lagniappe of 25 points. One of the popular modern French novelists is a woman who writes of love and loss. For 10 points, name this author of such works as Aimez-vous, Brahms, and Bonjour, Tristesse. Aimez-vous, Brahms, and Bonjour, Tristesse. Her name is Francois Sagan. Sagan. Okay. For a quick 10 points, another face-off. Tell me the name of the mythical youth who stared at himself in a stream and saw...
Thibodaux.
Adonis?
No, afraid that's incorrect. Chalmette will repeat. You must ring for recognition. Still a face-off for a quick 10. Tell me the name of the mythical youth who stared at himself in a stream and saw an image of his egocentric self.
Dow, Chalmette.
Narcissus.
That's correct. Narcissus, you're on the board. Chalmette. All right, Chalmette, you have 10 points, and you can pad it with 25 more if you answer all 5 parts of this question. This is going to be an audio lagniappe. So first off, I'm going to ask you to listen to the music, then I'm going to ask 5 questions for 5 apiece. All right, question number 1. What is the name of that musical selection?
Somewhere in My Love.
Yes, we'll accept that. Lara's Theme was its original name, but is later re-orchestrated, and with words it was called Somewhere My Love. Second, for what motion picture was it written?
Dr. Zhivago.
That's correct. All right, for 5 more, who wrote the Nobel Prize-winning book on which the film was based? Remember his name?
Tolstoy.
No, it was Boris Pasternak, who incidentally was just upgraded again by the Russians. In what country were most of the scenes from the train filmed?
Russia.
No, it was in Finland. They went to Finland for it. What famous film star and filmmaker's daughter played the role of Dr. Zhivago's wife? Need the full name.
Geraldine Chaplin.
You're right. You got 3. 15 points. Chalmette. We have another face-off. We're going for a lagniappe of 20, teams. You associate Greyhound and Continental Trailways with buses. For 10 points, with what form of transportation do you associate Mack, Roadway, Ryder, and Jeep?
Trucks.
That's right. You have 10 more points and a chance to pick up 20. With this lagniappe, one of the prime movers of the Bolshevik Revolution was Lenin. Lenin was a pseudonym for the man. His real last name was Ulyanov. Lenin, however, did use 2 first names for 10 points each. What were these names?
John and Victor.
Didn't like that, so he changed it to Lenin, just plain Lenin. That's great. Vladimir Nikolai was his full name. All right, we'll move on to another face-off. We're going for a lanyap at 20. Patti LuPone played the lead in the musical, which was voted Best Musical of the New York Drama Critical Circle for 1979, the theatrical year.
Now, Chalmette.
Annie.
No, no. We'll repeat for Thibodaux. Patti LuPone played the lead in the musical, which was voted the best musical by the New York Drama Critical Circle for the 1979 theatrical year. For 10 points, what was the name of the musical? This is difficult because we don't see the musical down here unless we get a road show in a couple of years. Evita. Evita. We have another face-off. Mother's Day was first designated by Congress in 1914. For 10 points, tell me specifically when it occurs. Mother's Day.
Burke. Chalmette.
May.
Specifically.
May 15th.
No, I'm afraid that's incorrect. Thibodaux. Can you take it? It's the second Sunday of May. Second Sunday of May. We have another face-off. For 10 points, tell me what common non-physical characteristic do all of these birds have? Carolina parakeet, Labrador duck, great auk, and the passenger pigeon.
Summers. Thibodaux.
They don't fly.
No, I'm afraid that's not correct. Chalmette. Can you take it? They're all extinct. All extinct. All right, another face-off. There are two United States senators from the state of Louisiana. One of the two is Senator Russell Long. For 10 points, tell me the name of the other.
Dow. Chalmette.
Bennett Johnson.
That's correct. J. Bennett Johnson, Jr. Picked up 10. Here's a lanyap at 20 for 5 points apiece, Chalmette. Tell me with what fictional crime solvers you associate the following women. Irene Adler was an associate or companion of Sherlock Holmes. Lois Lane.
Clark Kent.
That's correct. Or Superman. Margot Lane. Used to hang around with?
Dick Tracy.
No, The Shadow. Miss Moneypenny. Ask for an answer? James Bond. He's the secretary. All right, we have 5 points on that. Chalmette adds to your total. Another face-off's coming up. We've got a lanyap at 20. Following this for a quick 10 points, tell me, to what continent the coffee tree is native? Native.
Dow. Chalmette.
South America.
No, afraid that's incorrect. Thibodaux, can you take it? Take a shot.
Becknell. Thibodaux.
Asia.
No, Africa, actually. Originally native to Africa. We have another face-off, the long-awaited World Boxing Council welterweight rematch between Roberto Duran and Sugar Ray Leonard will be held November 25th. For a quick 10 points, tell me exactly where it will be.
Becknell.
The New
Thibodaux.
Orleans Superdome.
That is correct. The New Orleans Superdome, you're on the board. Thibodaux. Way down yonder in New Orleans. Thibodaux, you got a chance to add 20 points and reduce that difference quite a bit. If you were traveling along the Gila River, or Gila River, G-I-L-A, and you happen to see a Gila monster, you would have to be in one of two states. For 10 points each, can you name the two states?
Arizona and New Mexico.
You got them both. 20 points. Thibodaux. Score now 45-25. Chalmette leading by 20. Here's a face-off. We're going for a lanyap at 20. According to a work by Alexandre Dumas, by what other name would you know Edmond Dantes?
Dow. Chalmette.
The Count of Monte Cristo.
That is correct. Count of Monte Cristo for 10 points. Here's a lanyap at 20 points coming up. The prefix O apostrophe means son of when found in front of a last name. For 5 points each, name the following famous people with last names containing that prefix. An American artist famous for her simplicity and the Southwestern influence found in her work. With an O apostrophe.
O'Shea.
No, it's O'Keeffe, Georgia O'Keeffe, an Irish-American actress who starred in The Quiet Man and The Parent Trap.
O'Sullivan.
No, although she was quite an actress, too. This is Maureen O'Hara, not Maureen O'Sullivan. The Irish playwright who wrote Juno and the Paycock and The Plough and the Stars.
Oh, you?
No, it's John O'Casey. Finally, an American actor who plays Archie Bunker.
O'Connor.
Oh, yes. You got 5 points. Chalmette. With the buzzer, we're going to bring on now a rapid-fire round. In rapid-fire, very briefly, I ask the questions as quickly as they're answered. If you answer correctly, it's 10 points. Incorrect answers are -5. Remember, only one answer per question. There's no referral. We'll continue then for 2 minutes until the rapid fire expires. You'll hear another buzzer, and that'll be it for the first round. All right, your rapid fire round subject is people, places, and things, all beginning with the letter C. C. If you're ready, let's begin. First, the other term for Celsius.
Becknell, Thibodaux.
Centigrade.
Correct for 10. 19th century Austrian pianist and composer.
Berg, Chalmette.
Chopin.
No, it was Zerny. Zerny. Group of islands in the South Pacific belonging to New Zealand.
Summers, Thibodaux.
Canary.
No, the Cook Islands. Oily wood or coal tar derivative used as a wood preservative.
Not Thibodaux.
Coke.
No, it's creosote. Chemical symbol for calcium.
Becknell, Thibodaux.
Ca.
Correct. 20th century English playwright, actor, and songwriter. His name was Coward Noel. A nitrogenous base, constituent of nucleic acids and the DNA molecule. Cytosine. Small group of persons joined in a secret, open political intrigue.
Dow, Chalmette.
Often
Clan.
political. What?
Clan.
No, it's cabal. C-A-B-A-L. Intrigue. Elevation on chewing surface of a tooth is called a what? It's a cusp. Science dealing with production and effects of very low temperatures is cryogenics. Greek island near which Aphrodite is fabled to have
Fernandez,
arisen.
Chalmette.
Crete.
No, Cythera. 16th century French Protestant reformer. Name was Calvin. Calvin. Indian people formerly living in Louisiana, Arkansas, and East Texas.
Summers, Thibodaux.
Caddo.
That's correct for 10. Medical term for inflammation of the bladder is cystitis. Spanish gentleman, cavalier, or knight is called a caballero. Caballero. Small glass bottle for holding oil or vinegar is a cruet. Squid-like sea mollusk with 10 arms. It's called a cuttlefish. U.S. novelist, author of Jurgen. Jurgen was Cabell, or cable. Southern evergreen, cone-bearing tree.
Becknell, Thibodaux.
Cypress.
Cypress is correct on the bell. Okay. Okay, we have some tough questions today, and it's a very close game. Thibodaux's leading only by 10 points, so it's almost like starting again in the second half. 55-45. We'll be back in just a moment to resume play. Stay tuned.
Why are these people smiling? They know that the 1980 Channel 12 bid by phone auction is fast approaching. The auction showboat cast off Wednesday, October 22nd. Whatever you want, you can find aboard the showboat, because over 5,000 business organizations and individuals in Channel 12's two-state viewing area donate products and services each year. Plan now to be part of the fun and excitement. Bid on the outstanding bounty aboard the WYES auction showboat, October 22nd through the 31st, right here on Channel 12.
It's a very close game, only 10 points separating the two teams. We're going to continue play in just a moment. Right now, let's meet the captains and hear about their schools. We'll start with Glenn Thibodaux.
In November, our student council is planning on running for the state president, and we all have a good football team with a record of 5-1. Our homecoming will have been this Friday. This weekend, the Tiger Band will be in Gulfport, Mississippi for a marching festival. And our largest organization on campus, Ethos, our speech and drama club, is sponsoring a school-wide fundraising project for a tiger mascot suit.
For what, a tiger mascot?
Tiger, yes.
A real live tiger?
No, a suit for the.
Oh, a suit. Oh, well. What's the matter? Don't you trust them? I'm sure somebody would love to take that home and put it in their backyard at night. Well, good luck to all of you. And once again, it's great to have Thibodaux participating in Varsity Quiz Bowl. Thibodaux High School. What, did I get that wrong? I'm going to ask what Chalmette's mascot is before I get deeper in trouble.
Owl.
You have a live mascot?
No, we have a stuffed one.
Okay, Sean, go ahead. Tell us what's happening this year.
Well, tonight we have our Beta Club induction, and we're inducting 46 new members. And tomorrow night we'll be hosting the Mu Alpha Theta district meeting. And in football, we're doing pretty good in district. We're 2-1. We lost to Holy Cross, but we killed Brother Martin last Friday. And we beat De La Salle. And this week we're playing St. Aug, we hope we do good. And homecoming is next week against Shaw.
Yeah.
After that game, so we're pretty excited about our football team.
That's a tough district. It really is. I know that Martin's hurting because I could hear the groans 3 blocks away driving down Elysian Field. Good luck to you. Chalmette High. Okay. Wait a minute. What about a stuffed tiger? They got a stuffed owl. Okay, let's go. Second half. It's a close game. Thibodaux 55, Chalmette 45. This is our first face-off to begin play. We're leading up to a Lagniappe 30 points team. For a, is this our first face-off? Yes, it is. Okay, we'll get that in order. This is going to be a visual. It's going to be a visual. Now, an individual whose photograph we'll show you appeared in a public broadcasting service special produced in England while he was on a solo concert tour of Europe. Now, look at the monitors here. We'll show you the picture. Here he is. For 10 points, can you name the person whose
Back now,
photograph?
Thibodaux.
Johnny Mathis.
That's who it is. Johnny Mathis for 10 points. Now leading by 20, 65-45. Here's a Lagniappe 30 coming up. You may consult for 10 points each. Name these little places from geography. First, the Antarctic Exploration Base established in 1929 by Richard Byrd. Little.
Seabird.
No, it was Little America. Number 2, the river in northern Wyoming near which a historic slaughter occurred on June 25th, 1876.
Little Bighorn.
That's right, Little Bighorn, Custer's last stand. Finally, the capital of the 25th state.
Little Rock.
Little Rock is correct. You got 20 points, Thibodaux. Here's another face-off. We're going for a Lagniappe 20. For a quick 10 points, teams, name the present political leader of Great Britain.
Back now, Thibodaux.
Margaret Thatcher.
That is correct for 10 more points. You have a Lagniappe 20. The last name in this one is the same, but the first names are not. For 5 points each, tell me the last names the following pairs of people share. I'll give you the first names, you give me the last. It's a common one. Common between them, that is. Actress Betty, Civil War figure Jefferson.
Davis.
Correct. Scottish economist Adam and blues singer Bessie. Last name Smith. American actor John and British dramatist Sir William S.
Wayne.
No, this is Gilbert. Gilbert. That was the Gilbert of Gilbert and Sullivan some years ago. English composer Ralph Vaughan and founder of Rhode Island Roger
Drake.
No, Williams. Picked up 5 more points, however. Thibodaux. And you got an even 100. We have another face-off. We're going for a Lagniappe 20 team. According to a work by Alexander Dumas, by what other name would you know the Vicomte de Bragelonne? Bragelonne. By the name D'Artagnan. D'Artagnan. We have another face-off. All of these people and things carry a common appellation. For 10 points, tell me what proper name is common to all of the following. A Flemish painter, a shade of brown, a type of beard, and a style of color.
Fernandez.
Van Dyke.
Van Dyke is right for 10 points. Chalmette. Right. A Van Dyke brown, a Van Dyke beard, a Van Dyke color, and the Lagniappe 20 coming up for Chalmette. This Lagniappe should not cross you up if you remember that the word cross is in each of these questions. First, distance running or skiing over open land instead of on a track or downhill is called what kind of skiing?
Cross country.
Correct. For 5 more, a type of needlework sometimes is called
Cross stitch.
That's right again for 5. For 5 more, medieval weapon for shooting stones or a square-headed arrow.
Crossbow.
That's right. And finally, for a total of 20 if you answer, a segment of a larger group that reflects the group as a whole is called
Cross section.
Then you got them all. 20 points. Chalmette. Boy, did that tighten up the gap. Thibodaux leading now by 25, 100 to 75. Here's a face-off. We're going for a Lagniappe 20. The word is Russian and of Lapp origin, L-A-P-P. It is the term for any of the vast, nearly level, treeless plains of the Arctic region.
Now, Chalmette.
Tundra.
Tundra is right. At 85, you're trailing by 15, a chance to pick up 20 more, and possibly you can go ahead. Classically, the scientific method has been defined as to consist of 4 basic steps. all of which you should have used in some of your science classes. 4 basic steps. You can earn 5 points for each of these steps that you can name.
Observation, experimentation, interpretation, communication.
Observation and experimentation are correct. They follow hypothesis, which you did not name, and conclusion, not analysis, would be the 4th. You picked up 10 points, however, Chalmette, and you now trail by only 5, 195. Okay, got a good one cooking here. We got a face-off now, leading to a lanyap at 25. In ancient Syria, a courtier, or courtier, was said to have been seated at a banquet beneath a sword suspended by a single
Back
hair.
now, Thibodaux.
Democles?
Yes, that's right. Damocles or Democles. We'll accept that. 10 points. Talk about Damocles' sword suspended by a single hair. We have a lanyap at 25 coming up, 5 points apiece. Supply the famous middle names of the following well-known men. We're looking for middle names this time. John Sousa. What was his middle name?
Philip.
Correct for 5. William Thackeray. Had another name in between there somewhere.
James.
No, it was Makepeace. Harry Truman.
Sidney.
No, strangely enough, he was born Harry S. Truman. That was his middle name. James Cooper. What was in between?
Fenmore.
Correct. Finally, John Dulles. In between was John Foster Dulles. You picked up 2, though, and that's 10 points for Thibodaux. You lead 120 to 95. Here's another face-off. We're pointing for a lanyap at 20. A former president of the United States. His friends were known as the Ohio Gang and were implicated in a series of improprieties, including the Teapot Dome scandal.
Fernandez, Chalmette.
Harding.
That is right. Warren G. Harding for 10 points. And now Chalmette, you trail by only 15 with a chance at a lanyap at 20. You could tie or go ahead. For 5 points each, identify the following words or phrases, all of which contain the word paper. First, a book with a flexible paper binding is called?
Paperback.
That's right, for 5. Something that is outwardly strong but inwardly very weak.
Paper thin.
No, it's paper tiger. A small, heavy object used to keep papers in place on a desk.
Paperweight.
That's right, for 5 more. And for a potential tie, a popular movie and TV series about Harvard Law School.
The Paper Chase.
You got it, 120 to 120. It's tied. Another face-off. We're going for a lanyap at 20. He was a master of science fiction fantasy. Among his books are The Time Machine, The War of the Worlds, The
Chalmette.
Invisible...
H.G. Wells.
That's correct for 10. You've gone ahead. Have a lanyap coming up at 20 points. For 10 points, name the book by Mary McCarthy about several women graduates of an Eastern university. In the 1930s, the book became a motion picture starring Candice Bergen. It was called what?
Class Reunion.
No, it was called The Group. For another 10 points, what was the college from which the women graduated? Ask for an answer.
Harvard.
No, it was Vassar. We'll move on to another face-off. We're going for a lanyap at 20. For 10 points, what generic name do we commonly give to a medicinal agent or chemical substance that is
Summers,
destructive?
Thibodaux.
Aspirin?
No? Oh. All right, Chalmette. You must ring. For 10 points, what generic name do we commonly give living organisms, especially to bacteria? It is an antibiotic, or antibiotic. Another face-off. For 10 points, what was the name of the Hunnish king who invaded Roman Gaul in the 5th century but was stopped?
Back now, Thibodaux.
Attila?
That's correct for 10 points. Attila the Hun. All right, we move on to a lanyap at 20, and it calls for 2 answers, 20 points. According to the story of Noah and the Ark, Noah sent out 2 different kinds of birds on 2 occasions in order to find out whether there was any dry land. For 10 points apiece, name the 2 varieties of birds used in this mission.
A dove and a pigeon.
The dove is correct for 10, and the other was a raven, but you picked up enough to go ahead by 5. Thibodaux. Here's another face-off going for a lanyap of 20 points, or rather 25. For a quick 10, tell me the name of the current head football coach at LSU.
Back now, Thibodaux.
Jerry Stovall?
That's correct for 10. Your lanyap is 25 for 5 apiece. Identify the movie stars who are credited with saying the following famous movie lines. Beulah, peel me a grape. Noah, Mae West. Here's looking at you, kid.
Humphrey Bogart.
That's right. You ain't heard nothing yet. That was Al Jolson. This is another fine mess you've gotten me into.
Stan Laurel.
No, it was Oliver Hardy who said it about Stan. I've never met a kid I liked.
WC Field.
That's correct, for 10 points. Thibodaux. Another face-off. We're going for a lanyap at 20. One of the most important posts in the U.S. government is Speaker of the House for 10 points. Name the...
Back now, Thibodaux.
Tip O'Neill.
That's correct. Tip O'Neill is the current Speaker of the House. You have a lanyap at 20. Virginia is known as the mother of presidents because 8 U.S. presidents were born there. You can earn 5 points for each 2 Virginian presidents you can name. For each 2.
Washington and Jefferson.
All right. Keep going. We have to move along. Time's...
Adams, Monroe.
Monroe is correct. You need 2 to make another 5.
Yeah.
We're going to have to call time, I'm afraid.
Taylor. And
Taylor is correct, and we'll call time right there. Washington, Jefferson, Monroe, Taylor, Tyler, Madison, Harrison, Wilson. And we got 10 points. Okay. We have another face-off. We're going for a lanyap at 25. New Orleans architect Ed Clements leads a double life. At night, he abandons his drawing board and heads downtown to lead his orchestra. For 10 points, tell me the name he uses as a band leader. Anybody know this? Ed Lewis is his second name. Another well, there's the buzzer. That officially ends the game. We're going to check the final score, validate it, and then we'll be back to declare the winner, the team that advances to our second round. Stay tuned.
Public TV intrigues on Monday with Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. Alec Guinness is the master spy stalking a double agent.
The oldest question of all, George. Who can spy on the spies?
Then, join prominent advocates and witnesses as they debate the crucial political issues leading up to Election 80. Join the Advocates, Monday on Public TV.
See the first program at 8 p.m. and the second